Hello and welcome back. This is Victor, and today I'm going to talk about what personal development is to me and what we're going to focus on in the coming videos. Personal development isn't something new. It's been taught for thousands of years. Maybe yoga is the most famous example. There you learn a lot about your body, mind and soul. And I don't know too much about yoga, but I love mindfulness and I think they're very similar. I did yoga for a couple of months when I lived in Shanghai, but I really would like to learn more about the philosophy behind yoga. And there is actually a course, there is always another course, and this course is by a man and a mystic and a yogi and a guru from India called Sadhguru, and he knows a lot about yoga, and he has a course called Inner Engineering, and to me that is another word for personal development, and that's also what the course is about. And he has actually a 50% discount now until the 8th of November due to the situation in the world, due to the COVID-19. And it's also free for healthcare professionals. And this is not a commercial. I don't get paid for saying this. You know, my channel is too small for that. But I can really recommend this course, even though I haven't taken it yet, because I really like Sadhguru. I think he's a very wise man, and every time I listen to him, he really gives me new perspective on life and is very liberating. So I will put the link in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. So personal development isn't something new, but still we don't learn it in our schools, and I think that is because we are not conscious enough yet. We are still living in a broken paradigm, and we need a new paradigm shift. Because right now what we think is success is not really success. And Sadhguru has a good analogy there, and it's about a man sitting on a tree, and he's sitting on a branch of a tree and he tries to cut the branch off, but he's sitting on the wrong end of it. So if he succeeds, he will fall. And that is where the world is heading to right now, because we are destroying the world in our pursuit of what we think is success. And if we succeed, we will destroy the world. So I think that is a really good analogy. And Sadhguru also says that we are the most comfortable generation that has ever existed on this planet, but are we the most joyful? I don't think so. 1/10 of the Swedish population take antidepressants. That is 1 million out of 10 million. So we are missing something. And I think we're missing the work on ourselves. But that is what we're going to do here. Because my favorite quote from Jim Rohn is that work hard on your job will make you a living, work hard on yourself will make you a fortune. And by fortune, I don't think only about money, I think about wisdom and about happiness and about freedom and inner peace. That is fortune. And when I realized that quote, you know, I started working hard on myself, and I really want to change all the things that stopped me from before. And you know, I really want to grow even more, because when we grow as people, we also shift the way we think about things. You know, we become wiser, and we will realize what true success is. Because right now we are destroying ourselves also in the pursuit of success. We are destroying our mental health, our physical health, and that is why we're also destroying the world in our pursuit of what we think is success. So that's also a mission and a vision I have with this channel, is to make people shift the way what they think is success, so we can become better people and also create a better world. Okay, so now I'm going to write down the things that we're going to focus on and work on to improve. And I have notes here, just so you know. So I'm going to bounce back between the board and the notes and the camera. So I hope it's okay. And so what is personal development? Maybe I should put a question mark there. Yeah, my handwriting is, let's not talk about it. I wrote this a couple of times and it's almost getting worse after every time. So we have to go with this. But what is personal development? The first thing is self-confidence. Self-confidence. And that is what I was lacking when I played soccer. You know, I didn't believe in myself, and I was afraid to take chances because I couldn't handle you know, if I failed, I couldn't handle it. I felt bad. So a confident person believes in themselves, and they trust themselves, and they believe that what they're doing is the right thing, even though other people is criticizing them for it. So they trust themselves and they believe in themselves. So it's a very important thing to have. And a confident person can also admit his or her mistakes. You know, some people might look confident on the outside, but they're not as confident as they might appear to be. And a confident person, or a person that is not confident, you know, usually blame other people or something else when they make a mistake. And that is actually a really good practice, and that's something that I practice myself, because every time I see another person admit his or her mistakes, you know, I really, wow, I think like, I trust that guy. I like him or I like her. So that is a really good thing to do, because that builds a lot of trust, at least for me. So that is self-confidence. And the next one is self-esteem. That is how you regard yourself. How worthy do you feel? And how worthy do you feel after a bad performance? That was also something I was lacking when I played soccer. I didn't, like, if I did a bad performance, I felt like I didn't belong in the group. I was afraid to talk, almost like I didn't feel worthy to be in the group. So I felt really bad after bad performance. But after a good performance, I was really happy, and I joked and things like that. But my mood depended on my performance. And if you have a high self-esteem, you still feel worthy after a bad performance. So that was something I was lacking, and I still do. I thought about it. I think that maybe that's why I'm a people pleaser. It's really good to please people and to make others feel good. But sometimes, you have to say no to take care of yourself and things like that. So that's self-esteem. And the next one is self-awareness. And that is very crucial as well, I would say, because if you're not self-aware, if you're not aware about yourself, it's really hard to improve. If you, like, I don't watch too much TV, but before, or maybe it's still on TV, you have auditions for people who wants to become pop stars or sing stars, or what's it called in English, but they want to become rock stars, and they go to auditions, and then they try to sing in front of the judge. But some people, they sing really bad, but they think they are singing very good, and that is so funny. Like, I still, like, is this? I think like, is this like real, or are they like joking with us, or But it feels like they are thinking that they are singing really good, but. So that's just like that. Those people aren't really self-aware. When you're self-aware, you know your weaknesses, and you know your strengths, and you try to work on your weaknesses, but you also really focus on your strength. That's the best thing to do. But in the society today, it's so easy to want to be someone else. You look at people on social media and you admire different people, but they are not you. But you try to be like them. So you spend your whole life, or a big part of your life, trying to be someone you're not meant to be. So it's really important to be self-aware, and that can be crucial. That can be like painful also, because I admire entrepreneurs who have, who can do many things at the same time, and they are like always on the run. But when I have, a couple of things going on, or two things going on, like I cannot even text and walk at the same time almost. It makes me stressful to have many things going on at the same time. When I went to school, I couldn't study on two tests at the same time. If I had two tests in the same week, I studied maybe for 2 weeks on the first test, and then 3 days on the second test. But usually it went very well. And I don't know, maybe it was because of the last 3 days, I just immersed myself really good, really a lot in the next test. But I never studied on two tests at the same time. And so, when I realized that, it was painful, because, I want to be like a guy who has many things going on for him. But now, after, a couple of years, I'm pretty relaxed, and I enjoy that only focus on one thing. I like that. It makes my mind, clear and not so stressful, and, I just want to go all in one thing and not many things. But nothing is better or worse, it's just different. So, depends who you are, but don't try to be someone you're not meant to be, and that requires self-awareness. And the next thing is self-compassion. And that is that you are nice to yourself, that you are kind to yourself, that you say good things to yourself. Sometimes we say things that we wouldn't say to anyone else. And also the opposite. If I had a friend that would tell me the things I tell myself, I would like run from that person, that guy is evil, get away from me. But these are the things we say to ourselves sometimes, or at least me. We are usually our worst inner critic, and we are usually not our own best friend. You know, it's so easy to feel guilt and shame for things you did, and you say like, why did I do that? I'm so stupid, I should have known better. You know, I'm grown a lot, you know, I've been studying personal development for 8 years, I should have known better, why did I do this? So that's the self-talk I do, and that is not really good, compassionate thing to do to yourself. So I'm also lacking self-compassion from time to time, and that is something I also work on. So I work on this all the time. And the next one is limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. Yeah, it is what it is. And that is like, it's so easy to underestimate yourself and overestimate other people. Like I do that a lot also, like especially when it comes to new things, you know, when I didn't try them before, I stopped myself from even trying. No, I said to myself, no, I can't do that. But now I've grown a little bit, so I don't let my mind play those tricks on me, not so much anymore. So when it's something new and I feel like, no, I cannot do that, I know, okay, I will try, because I won't stop myself from trying. First I will try, and then I will see if I was right or wrong. But I will try first before I stop myself from doing it. So limiting beliefs is something that everybody has, and that is something we have to work on a lot also, because usually we have self-doubt and, you know, and limiting beliefs, and that is what stops us from trying and doing what we really love and want to do. So that's also important to work on. And the next thing I'm gonna continue here, I think. We'll see. I try. Our subconscious mind. That is also something to be aware about, because there are so many things that runs our life that we are not aware about. And they're really powerful forces that always try to draw us back to where we once were. Like, still I feel confident from time to time, but there are always powerful forces that try to draw me back to the little boy that played soccer a long time ago with no confidence and with no self-esteem. And that is why we have to work on this all the time. This is not a quick fix. This is something we have to work on all the time. But our subconscious minds runs our lives, and whether we like it or not, whether we're aware about it or not, it's just like, the question is, you know, do you want to change this or stay the same? So it's really important to be aware of this as well. And the next one is, I'm going here, mindset. That is also very important. This is what guides us. This is what we are focusing on. You know, what do you focus on? Do you focus on what you have in your life or what you're missing? Do you focus on where you want to go, or do you focus on all the things that can go wrong? You know, it's very important to have the right mindset. You cannot, you know, succeed in anything if you don't have the right mindset. So that is very important, and we're gonna talk a lot about mindset as well, because that is crucial, you know, to live a happy life, because your mindset becomes your reality. What you focus on becomes your reality. So this is a crucial part for living a happy and a good life. And the next one is psychology. Psychology. And that is, all of this goes into psychology. So psychology is very important to learn, to study, because that explains a lot of your own behavior and other people's behavior. And it's really a big relief when you understand yourself and understand other people better, because there's always usually a reason for everything that we are doing. And if you study psychology, you will understand that reason, and everything will be more clear to you. And that is a liberating feeling, and you don't walk around so frustrated anymore by yourself or other people, because you understand yourself and other people a lot better. So psychology is very important to study. And the next one is mindfulness. And that is my favorite topic. You see, I cannot write and talk at the same time, then it goes wrong. But mindfulness is maybe also the most important topic. That can really bring us permanent inner peace. And now I quote Eckhart Tolle, who is my idol and role model and one of the most famous and influential spiritual teachers in the world today. And he talks about the two dimensions, that we live in two dimensions, you know, the horizontal and the vertical. But everything we learn in schools and everything, you know, 90% that we hear about is on the horizontal level dimension. This is where we think success is money, status and fame and things like that. But we never learn anything about the vertical dimension in this mainstream society. You know, we have to look it up ourselves in books, you know, they don't talk about it on TV. But here on the vertical dimension, that's where you find the deeper meaning of yourself and of the world. And that is where true happiness lies. You can chase happiness as long as you want to here. You will never find it. You will only find happiness in the vertical dimension. And that is something you learn when you study mindfulness. So that is very important. That is the most important topic I think there is. And the last one is physical health. Physical health. And it's really hard to feel good if you don't take care of your body or eat good, you know. So that is also a big part to feeling good. And I like to eat healthy, I like to work out, but I'm not perfect, so I like to party a lot too. I've been a bartender for 15 years, but I don't party as much now as before, but I still love to party. So, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect in any area, just to clarify that. But I love to work on this. And I love to eat good, I love to work out, but I also like to drink and have fun. And so these are the things we are going to focus on now in the coming videos. And these are the things we're going to work on and try to improve. And we can divide these into 3 areas: body, mind and soul. And I want to end this video by a quote that says that some people die at 25 but doesn't get buried until they're 85. Because so many people just walk through life without taking any chances, without growing, without learning a new skill. And I think it's really hard to stay the same and be happy. So that's why I love personal development. And that's all I had to say for today. I thank you so much and I wish you all the best, and I see you in the next video.